Inside Mobile is a software solution that allows the user to quickly and easily fill out forms such as territory site surveys, installation or deinstallation acceptance surveys, quality assurance forms, and so on an Android device, which can then be synchronized with the Inside Cloud solution. Forms can be assigned by the project manager or the relevant user to certain users who will be then able to see the forms on their mobile devices and begin work right away. The advantage of using Inside Mobile is that there is no longer a need to manually do the forms on paper and then transfer them to an electronic form. Before you begin, make sure that you have the latest version of Inside Mobile installed on your device. To do that, open the Google Play Store and search for Ceragon Inside. Once you've installed the latest application, you will find it on your screen and you can open it. Before logging in, make sure that you select the correct instance from the list available on the right-hand side of the screen. For the purpose of this tutorial, I will be using the test instance. Fill out your user details. Once logged in, you will see the following screen. To proceed, click on the Forms button. You will now be able to open one of two available pages: the Working Forms page, which has been opened automatically, or the Pending Forms page, which you can open by clicking on this right-hand button. Here you will be able to see all the available forms that have either been assigned to you personally or to the company that you're working for in case of subcontractors. If the available list is too long, you can either search for the form or the site code by using the search box above. Once you've identified the form or site that you need to visit, you can click on it in order to verify the details. You will be able to see the unique form code, the type of form, the code of the link, the name of the user to whom the form was assigned, in case it was assigned to you, or you will see unassigned in case it was only assigned to the company that you're working for. The status of the form in this case is open. Once I start working on it, it will change to in progress. The application will also show you various information such as the date when the form was requested by the project manager, the map with the link, where you will notice one of the sites is marked in red. That is the one where you need to perform the certain task. And you will also see the due date. Once you've identified that this is the form you need to work on, in case it was already assigned to you, you will click download. In case it was assigned just to your company, you will see this button as assigned to me. You will click it, the form will be assigned to you as a user, and then you will be able to click download. Go ahead and click download and confirm. Depending on the number of questions in the form, it might take longer or less. Once the form has been downloaded successfully, you will see it in the Working Forms section. Once a form is moved to the Working Forms section, this means that all the questions and the empty template have been downloaded to your local device. This means that from this point on, you can turn off your internet connection and you can begin working offline if necessary. In order to proceed, you can click on the form once again, and you will have a number of options available in the bottom of the screen. The Open button allows the user to open the form, view it, and begin working on it. Sync can be done at any time there is an internet connection. It sends all the answers that have been provided up till that point to the Inside server without actually submitting it for approval. This means that you can continue working on it even after the synchronization has been done. Submit synchronizes all the answers like the sync option, but also sends it out for approval to the project manager. The form will remain open for changes until it is approved by the project manager. From that point, it will be completely frozen. Deleting a form only deletes it from your local mobile device. This should only be done once the data has been completely synchronized and submitted for approval. We only recommend that you do this after the form has been approved by the project manager. This will be seen in the status bar and it will change to approved. Go ahead now and open the form. Once you've opened your form, you will be able to begin working on it right away, regardless of whether you are connected to the internet or not. You will notice that there are various types of questions which can be filled out in various ways. However, bear in mind that depending on the type of form that you are filling out and the region where you are working, the actual questions might differ or might be completely different to the ones presented in this tutorial. In this case, the first type of field is a date field. Once you tap it, you will be able to select the relevant date from the list, set it, and it will appear in the field. The second type of field is a free text field. Here you can freely type in the necessary answer and move on. The same applies to address and city. The third type of field is the provided coordinates. These are completely frozen, they cannot be edited by the user, and they represent the coordinates existing in the system for the site that you are currently visiting. The fourth type of field is the measured coordinates. Make sure that once you arrive to the site, you press this green button. When you press this button, the system will automatically retrieve the coordinates of your device at that point and will automatically fill out the fields accordingly. You don't need an internet connection for this, but you must have your GPS activated and you must be situated in an open area outside of any buildings. And in case you encounter any problems, try to take your phone out of any casings. The fifth type of field is the multiple choice type. Once you click it, you will be able to select an option from a predefined list. Once you select it, it will appear in that field. You will notice that most forms contain a number of pages. In this case, this is the end of the first page. If a form contains multiple pages, you can scroll between pages using the previous and next buttons available in the bottom right corner. However, before doing so, we always recommend that you click the Save button in advance in order to avoid any loss of data. A form may also contain multiple sections. In case it does, the user can scroll from one section to another by pressing the top right corner and selecting the relevant section as needed. For the purpose of this example, we will choose the Equipment Layout section. Here you will find the Photo Type field. This allows you to do two things. You can either take a picture of the equipment required by the form, or you can draw a sketch on a blank canvas. In order to take a picture, you can click on the green camera button and the camera of your phone will automatically open. You can take a photo of the device, and once you confirm the photo is okay, you click the OK button and the photo will be attached to the form. The system also allows you to draw on a blank canvas. In order to do that, click on the green plus button, and as you would do in Microsoft Paint, you can choose the tool that you want to use. You can choose the size, the color, and then you can go ahead and begin drawing your sketch. Furthermore, you can attach text anywhere on your canvas. You can attach photos of equipment anywhere you wish. And furthermore, you can move around whatever has been added just by clicking on the item in the list and dragging it on the canvas. If needed, while selected, you can click on the delete button and the item will be deleted. If you're satisfied with the sketch, you can click on the back button and you can confirm whether you want to save it or not. Now you will see your canvas in the list of photos. Furthermore, you can click on the photo that you've taken and you can draw on top of it as you would do on a blank canvas. Same as we did before. We can draw and we can attach equipment. Once you've finished working on your form, make sure that you save your progress by clicking the yellow Save button and then click Back. In the Working Forms section, click on the form that you worked on and expand it. You now have two options. You can either synchronize the answers and photos that you've provided so far, leaving you the option to modify it at a later time, or submit the form for approval if you consider that you've finalized it. Regardless of what you do, you must be connected to the internet in order for the answers to be synchronized properly. Bear in mind that it is not mandatory to synchronize or submit your form right when you finish the job at the site. If there is no internet connection available at the site, you can synchronize the answers at any time after leaving the site when you gain an internet connection. Depending on the number of pictures in the form, the synchronization or submission process might take a while. Also, if there are many pictures in the form, we recommend using a Wi-Fi connection rather than a mobile connection in order to avoid extra costs. After the form is successfully submitted, this will be reflected in the top right side of the screen. At this point, you can wait for the project manager to either approve or reject your form. Bear in mind that you can still edit the form even after submission, but any editings done must be submitted once again before the project manager approves or rejects the form. If your form is rejected, you will see this by logging into the system and going to the Working Forms section. Here you will see the form that you submitted and the current status. In order to find out why it was rejected, you have to open it, and the comments sent by the project manager will appear. In this case, no address was mentioned in the Site Info section. In this case, we will go to Site Info, and we will mention the address that was missing. You can save the form, go back, expand the form, and submit once again. After the form is submitted, the project manager will analyze it once again and will be able to approve or once again reject the form. You can find out if your form was approved the same way by logging into the application, opening the Working Forms tab, and checking the status of your form. Once the form is approved, you can go ahead and delete it from your mobile device. Although Inside Mobile was designed in order to allow the user to work offline, it's very important to remember that before going on field, users must assign the relevant forms to themselves and download them on the device while they are still in an area with an internet connection. Also, never log out of the application in case you have pending work to be done and in case you have not saved and synchronized everything. You will not be able to log into the app if you do not have an internet connection, and thus you will not be able to work offline. If, however, you close the app or restart the device without logging out, you will remain logged in and you will be able to work offline.